In today's episode, we're going to explore three words: clarity before action, and why all of the rushing we do day to day may be keeping you and I stuck and trapped in a loop of procrastination. Have you ever been super busy but still felt like you were behind? In this episode of Cut to the Chase at 8, we're going to explore why rushing often keeps us stuck and how clarity creates true forward movement. We're learning and leaning into this topic and breaking down the difference between motion and progress, and why feeling like we're overwhelmed is usually an issue with clarity, and how intentionally being still in stillness may help reveal our direction and a clearer strategy. So, this is your 15-minute micro learning moment, and my offer to you are going to be three powerful keys and one reflective question to help you and I slow down, for us to get grounded and move forward with intention. Hey, y'all, I am Madison Samone Chase, also known as Miss Chase. And I was raised by an incredible, awesome, amazing single mom who is my biggest fan, my number one fan, and my best friend for real, my BFF. And I'm also a celebrity certified personal trainer, a fitness expert, fitness model, and wellness expert, and sports and entertainment media host. Yes, I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Dallas, and built in Los Angeles. Man, I miss it because it's cold here in Dallas. I trained at Juilliard with School of American Ballet, and I became the world's only three-time ESPN Miss Fitness Champion. I've appeared in more than 450 fitness DVDs, and the first of those DVDs was led by celebrity trainer Gunnar Peterson, known for training the Kardashian family. And as a celebrity trainer myself, some of my most notable clients who I enjoyed working with include Robert Patterson of Twilight and Batman, Chris Tucker of Rush Hour, and Air, the Nike Story, and Amber Riley of Glee and Dancing with the Stars, and The Masked Singer champion. And as a sports and entertainment media host, some of my favorite red carpet moments include chatting with Richard Branson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, super kind guy, Emma Stone, Viola Davis. That interaction was the best, my first time interviewing her. Tyler Perry and Tiana Taylor. And I share my accomplishments in honor of the sacrifices my mom planted so that I could blossom and flourish into the woman I am still becoming. So, if you're listening and or watching, I want you to pull up a digital chair or a real chair and grab yourself a cup of hot or cold herbal tea. And welcome to my cozy home of Cut to the Chase at 8. It is a 15-minute micro learning moment for macro living. And I am so overjoyed that you are here. And this is where we're going to explore and lean and learn and lean into life with our lived experiences, where we invite lots of grace into this space because we're living in some interesting times. And here we're going to talk about spirit, mind, and body health, which is ultimately our wealth, in micro doses for macro living. So join me daily for just 15 minutes. That's it. Twice a day at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, because this is your 15-minute chance for your daily pause for a cause, for clarity, for wellness, for grace, and intentional decision making, and giving yourself grace, because how we start our day and how we end it matters. So, each episode, my offer to you is three keys and one question, and something practical, something simple, something grounded, and something that you could carry with you. That is my hope. So, wherever you're listening from, I want you to turn it up and tune in. And anything you hear today that pricks your heart or lights a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and leave a comment because I would love for this to be a dialogue and not just a monologue. And please leave a 5-star rating. So now let's take a breath together. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's lean into today's episode of Cut to the Chase at 8. And let's cut the noise. Let's get clear. And let's get ready, set, grow, and let's go be great. All right, let's settle in. And I want to start with a question, as I do with all episodes. The question is something that we rarely say out loud. We may feel it, but we rarely say it out loud. Have you ever been busy, but still feel like you're behind? Your calendar is full. It's got lots of appointments. Your to-do list is long. Your days are jam-packed. Yet somehow you and I both still feel stuck. That feeling doesn't come from lack of discipline. And it doesn't come from lack of effort. It comes from lack of clarity. And today, we're cutting straight through one of the biggest traps of modern day life. So, confusion and confusing being busy with very little to no progress. That's the question. So why, when we're rushing, and that rushing keeps us stuck? And we live in a culture that rewards speed, fast responses, fast text messages, fast results, fast decisions, fast growth, fast money-making ideas, fast weight loss, fast success. But speed without direction doesn't lead to success. It leads to burnout, overwhelm, and confusion. When we rush, we react instead of respond. We scatter our energy. We create noise instead of clarity. And eventually, our spirit, our mind, our nervous system, and our body begins to whisper, slow down. Something needs to realign. And this brings me to key number 1. Being busy is not the same thing as progress. And being busy doesn't mean you're moving forward. Motion is activity, yeah. Progress is intentional forward movement. There's a difference. You can move all day long and still go absolutely nowhere. Think about this as an example. If you're running in circles, it still burns energy. You're still being active, you're still moving, but it doesn't get you anywhere new. So many of us exhaust ourselves doing instead of first deciding. And clarity is the difference. This brings me to key number 2. Clarity simplifies complexity. And most overwhelm or feeling overwhelmed is not caused by too much work. It's caused by too many unclear priorities. When your mind is holding on to too many ideas, too many things to do, too many responsibilities, too many people to talk to, too many decisions, your nervous system moves into overload and it wants to shut down. And so clarity simplifies complexity. It organizes chaos. It creates peace and calm and stillness inside pressure. And clarity allows you to move forward intentionally instead of impulsively. which brings me to key number 3. Stillness reveals direction. This is the one most people resist. Stillness. Because stillness feels unproductive, because that's not what we learned in our culture, in society. But in reality, stillness is strategic. Stillness allows wisdom to surface, intuition to speak, discernment to guide. And some of your greatest breakthroughs won't happen in motion. It won't happen while you're moving. It won't happen while you're rushing. They'll happen in pause, in reflection, in prayer, in meditation, in journaling, in walking in silence, in sitting in silence. Because direction doesn't scream, it whispers. And so bringing it together. So if you feel stuck, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel exhausted without real progress, or simply procrastinating, it's not because you're failing. It's because your life is asking for clarity and vision before action. It's asking for you to slow down and get grounded and choose direction over speed. And that's the challenge. So our one question for today that I am going to sit with in my offer to you to sit with is, what am I rushing through that actually needs clarity first? Just notice what comes up for you, because awareness is the first step toward alignment. Awareness in an introspective question. So before you go, I just want to say thank you from the bottom and top of my heart. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure sharing this time with you. And thank you for continuing to give yourself grace in this space with me today. And I am so genuinely thankful you chose to step into this cozy digital home with me. So before you head out, let's quickly revisit our 3 keys and one question from today's episode. Key number 1, being busy is not progress. Key number 2, clarity simplifies complexity. Key number 3, stillness reveals direction. And your one question, what am I rushing through that actually needs clarity first? So if today's episode offered you clarity, insight, or even a pause for a cause you didn't know you needed, and if anything I said today pricked your heart or lit a spark, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this with someone you care about, and leave a 5-star rating. Please, it will help this space to grow and reach others. And so thank you for joining me here twice a day for your daily 15-minute microdose for macro living. Now let's close with one breath. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. And this is Cut to the Chase at 8 with me, Madison Samone Chase. And thank you for starting and ending your day with intention and grace. It's Cut to the Chase at 8. And you are ready. And we're getting set. And we're growing. And we're going. And let's get clear. And let's be great. Blessings to you and yours. Until tomorrow.